Oh, righty. Wait. Am I better with my 2-seam at 15 to 17 and my 4-seam at 3 to 6? Or am I better with my 4-seams at 0 to -1 and my 2-seams at 10 to 14? Relative to the movement of me. So in a vacuum, like, oh, that sinker's not great at 11. Relative to what my other stuff does, it is.
All right, validate 3 in a row. Let's go together. Put a trick one in there just cuz.
I'm on.
Outfielders call them off. Be loud. We don't play baseball in the library. Nice. Still.
That's what this is. The next step. See how he recovers from this, and then figure out what that progression looks like from here. But he's been moving around great. He was able to play catch 120, 150 feet, and kind of long toss yesterday. So he's his body's responding well so far.
When this happens to a guy that is new to a team, how much do you kind of have to listen to him and what he knows after his career? Listen to.
Yeah, he's experienced it before. He's been around for a while. He understands his body. This is a guy that is very in tune with his preparation, what he does in that weight room, and everything leading into just playing catch. So we trust him to tell us exactly how he's feeling and work with us in making that progression.
For Sonny, is there, after assuming his side goes well, does he have to take any steps back in terms of building up his throwing arm, or because he was really only 2 innings stretched out, can he stay on that same timeline?
He may be able to stay right on that same line. We'll see how this goes here, and then how he comes in tomorrow, and then we'll make some decisions after that.
For a guy in the first year, I mean, you've talked to him a lot, obviously talked to him even before he signed and certainly after he signed. But what do you learn about him in that conversation in the dugout right after it happens?
how in tune he is with every bit of his preparation. I mean, he can walk you through his hydration he was walking me through everything as he was sitting there on the bench leading into like, I've done this before, here's my thoughts on it, here's what felt like last time I did it. So he's very in tune.
You said the first 5 to 7 days after Sonny's initial strain would be really important. We're at that 7-day mark that he's able to go out and throw live today. Is he relatively ahead of schedule, or was this?
Yeah,
okay.
Especially this is where there's times where you're not even close to going out there playing catch just now. You're just now starting to do certain things in the weight room. So yes, this is what we wanted to see as far as how quickly his body will respond to moving around.
Ollie, was there a point where, first you're like, oh, dang, the opening day starter got hurt, and then maybe 2 days later where you said, okay, maybe not that bad?
Yeah, we'll see where we're at. At the moment, he went down, and this is your first test of, all right, next guy up and how we're going to respond to this. So we'll see what the next couple weeks look like for him. But, his schedule is pretty good right now.
How has Wilson built chemistry with the 3 new pitchers? Having to, basically shuffle the pitching staff. He has to learn 3 new guys.
I think both sides have done a good job of getting to know each other, and Wilson's been intentional about doing that. Sonny is extremely good at doing that and just being very open as far as even talking through his bullpens and after and spending time in there. I mean, they do a really nice job of that, so I'm pretty happy with the way that's going.
Playing with Crawford, is he getting like 4 or 5 innings, a couple of bats, or just?
Yeah, we'll get him a couple of bats. He wanted to get on his feet for defense, and we'll see how the game goes. Yeah.
What is there anything unsidey about this side? Is it a super side? Is it normal side?
Kind of side.
So he does a side here. He doesn't have to go to live BP then. He can go from here and see how he feels, and then back over there.
We're gonna see how he feels during this side. Yeah.
How has what's happened in camp, injury-wise, outfielders affected, or maybe not, plans for how you guys will use Donovan this year? Has that changed
No, it
things?
definitely changes things. Yeah, it does. It gives us that option of figuring out what that looks like with him in left if we want to go in that direction. We have different options, and that will be one of them. When you have a healthy Newt and Eddie, you steer further away from that. But now with 2 of them down, then you revisit it. So, yeah.
Does that, in some ways, speak to his versatility? I mean,
It does.
I know you guys wanted to try to get him more one spot, but the reality is that's not always available.
It's not. The game happens, and you have to make adjustments. And thankfully, we do have the versatility in Donovan, and thankfully, he has the mindset to be able to do it, where he doesn't mind it. So, yes, to steady the defense, we would have preferred to not have to go that route, but here we are.
Is it also why it was really important to not have a Gorman so much locked into like a DH sort of thing, or like, at least just mindset-wise?
That's correct. This is the question that we asked in winter meetings, where I said I just wanted to keep it fluid depending on this exact moment. Yeah.
For Donnie, a lot of the early part of his spring was designated to keep him at second because of the surgically repaired arm, correct?
Sure.
Now that, some of it is necessity like you talked about, but that there's plans that he's going to play at third and then the corners, is that?
Right on pace with
Okay.
what we were going to do anyways, right?
So
we
he's
said
progressing fine.
the first couple of weeks we wanted to stay on the dirt. We wanted to progress him from second to third, and then leading into after this road trip to the West Coast, that we were going to go ahead and throw him into the outfield. So his plan is exactly what it would have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep,
Thanks.
you got it.